Well, hello, Heather. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Amigama, tabalat. Amigama. It's
Tim's here? All right.
yeah, he's here someplace. Yeah, oh, there he is.
How
Okay.
to find my homework.
You have to do your homework. Okay.
I've had to find it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. All righty. So anyway, for you. So Heather, how's your big event?
Oh, it was very sweet. It was a small wedding, only about 40 people, but it
Okay.
was very sweet. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I'm happy for them.
Oh, good.
They
Good.
drove all the way down from Davis, California
Uh-huh. Okay.
to Hemet, where their wedding venue was in Hemet.
Right. Uh-huh. Okay.
So it was convenient for us.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, good. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Was it at a church or a venue or?
No, it was at a venue at a property that was looked like an oasis in the middle of the desert,
Oh,
basically.
okay.
And
Okay.
it was an outdoor wedding. They do all
Uh-huh.
their yeah, I think they do all the weddings outdoors. So they for one price, they supply everything. Like
Oh, really? Okay. Oh,
yeah, the chair, they set up the chairs, they give you the minister, they give you a bouquet, a boutonniere. They do, in this case, we had hors d'oeuvres and Martinelli's toasts.
uh-huh.
um, they had music playing. It included the cake. It included all the linens and everything.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
they really, all you had to do was show up
well.
and remember the rings.
Okay.
So he wanted this special ring made out of a special material, and it had a design around it.
Uh-huh.
And he went to the store thinking, okay, I'm gonna buy this ring. And they didn't have his size. They didn't go that high up, so they had to do a custom order. And then it was like back ordered, like 6 weeks it takes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so they had to get married with a stand-in silicone ring.
More and
Yes.
more people get those. Yeah.
Yeah, he said he was going to get a silicone ring anyway for when he was working with gymnastics. Well, he coaches gymnastics at nights and weekends.
Uh-huh.
So he didn't want to get it hung up on the apparatus or anything. So
Right. Yeah.
he was going to get that kind of ring, a rubber ring, but yeah, so he he didn't get married with his real ring.
Uh, so so the actual ring will be
I
delivered sometime
Yeah, I guess 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, it was naive of him to think, my wedding's next week. Let's go run and get the ring. And I guess his finger is a 12 and a half, and they're like, it doesn't even come that high. So
Ah,
the company will have to make your size because it had a filigree pattern around the
Oh,
edge, so you
uh-huh.
couldn't really size it. You couldn't
Oh,
buy one and size it up.
right.
You would
Okay.
lose the pattern.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Hi, Dee.
Hello, D. Tomorrow.
Um, Hamiguma.
Ah, let me told you. All right. Okay. All righty. Yeah. Well, anyway, so any questions? Any questions or points of interest before we get started? Or to start us off? Okay.
I had problems with my printer. It took forever to copy this.
Mm.
Ah,
They like shooting up like lots of paper at once.
okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Well, very bad.
Yeah, is it time to get a new printer or?
This is a new one,
Oh, it is a new one. Oh,
but I don't like it. I think I'm gonna get a different one.
what kind is it?
It's an HP, but the thing is that it didn't have. I didn't know it didn't have a drawer for paper, so you have to put the paper in a paper thing, and it gets jammed all the time.
Yeah, I think that might be the same one I have. I have the same issue.
So I'm
Yeah, okay.
takes
Oh,
forever to print something.
yeah, yeah, I know. Sometimes I have to stand there and drop the paper in
Oh,
one sheet at a time. Yeah. All right. Oh well. Okay. All right. Well, let's get started.
Is Pat too exhausted to come to class?
no, I think she should. I'm not. I don't know.
Was it a hit Saturday?
Yeah, all but two of the pies they sold, but one was like a vegetarian and another one. So I think she got 175. I mean, wasn't a big crowd. I mean, people I invited didn't come.
Mm. Did you guys sell out of meat pies?
Yeah, they only had two left.
Oh, good.
One was a vegetarian for Tom, and then I forgot the other
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
But yeah, people still went believe. Yeah, the night house hosted on the House of Ireland and explained Halloween because it came from there too. So I got a double thing, and I gave candy out too. So okay.
All right. What where'd you end up getting the meat pies?
She found there was one that the grandmother came from New Zealand, but she retired, so her grandson's doing it, and he
Ah,
sells them at a poway at a market. What is that? Yeah. So
oh really?
uh-huh, because it's hard to find.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, Glean. Okay. Anyway, all right, well good. So anyway, Gael talk. The Shara Gaelic Vriestje ne Vierlich Liestje. Okay. Our motto, and here's our piper of the week. Okay. Skeleton piper of the week. All right. Okay. And of course, when the class is finished and we have the link, I'll send out the Zoom link. Okay. All right. Okay. Anyway. All right. So let's see what we got. Here, I've got something for us. Here, let me stop the share. Start the share again. Share sound. All right. Okay. Listen. Okay. That's not it. I wanted to do this one. Samhain. It's a news report. I've got a news report.
Hundreds of spectators have attended the Samhain Fire Festival in Edinburgh, Scotland. Performers and attendees took part in the traditional festival, which showcases fireplay, music and dancing, and celebrates the end of summer and the upcoming winter. Samhain is believed to be the ancient precursor to modern Halloween.
There we go. Okay, so that was a news report for Samhain. Okay, okay, and here's Lisa.
Lisa.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, Lisa.
Hello, Lisa.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Sorry I'm late.
The Dragorst. The Dragorst. All right. Okay. All right. So anyway, so Clàr and Seachdaine. All right. And we continue with the relative verbs, relative form of the verbs. And I'll do a report on Samhain, on Tauan, though, and then we'll do a page from Trí Muchan Becca, and in honor of the Sheachan, the fairies, we'll have a fairy song, Hamiski, Hamiski. Okay, all right, okay, all right, okay. Shanachon Sheachna. Let me get this a little smaller. Okay. Bewogen is votig, is heifchen, is eilchen, is feestjen, is wiesten, ulwestjen vat ieglach. So rooten of is a troostige, grokige fugna haike, a hierna savelief arbea jun. Right? Right. From ghoulies and ghosties and long-legged beasties and things that go bump in the night, good Lord, deliver us. Okay, okay. Wogen is votig, is heifsten, is eilchen, is feestjen, is wiesten, is ulwestjen, fatieklach, long-toothed. Is rooten of is a troostig, is a grochach, fugna haika. Ahirna Savaliv Arbeagun. Okay, good Lord, save us, save our lives for us. Okay, all right, okay. So that's the Samhain prayer. Okay, all right, okay, all right, all right. So on dhoras, the two doors, and so we continue. So this week we'll continue exploring the two-door feature in Gaelic, focusing on the future tense. And of other verbs besides be. So far we've worked with be, kach am be, kunavis, the two forms. Now, something that occurred to me too late is that and I'm just going to put it in here. I'll blend it in a little bit more artfully later, but it might help make more sense of this if I remind us we've already been using these forms. So when we say Tachavel, okay, that's the on Darna Doris, the second door, Kachavel, or Kachanro. Okay, so or Nura Vami and Nurahami. Okay, so and I'll put this as the Kiet. Achiet Goris. Okay, so we've already been using these in the past and the in the past tense and the present tense. And only I haven't introduced the general concept of the two doors. Okay, but that's what we're doing now. Okay, we're talking about, so this two-door feature runs through all of Gaelic, runs through all of the Gaelic verbs. Okay, so what we're learning now is for the future tense. Okay, but you're already become familiar with the past tense and the present tense. And the one thing that this I'm sorry, I'm going to back up. That we just haven't conceptualized it. We haven't categorized it as this two-door feature. We've learned it piecemeal. Now we're putting it all together. Okay, we're seeing how it fits into a pattern. Okay, so just be thinking about that. And so what we're doing now is we're seeing how this works with other verbs besides be, besides the verb to be, right? All right, okay. Okay, so, and now one of the things to notice is the second door uses the question form of the verb, and the first door uses statement form of the verb. Okay, all right, okay. All right. Now, we can also see this work with other verbs, and that's what we're doing tonight. We're seeing how it works with the future tense with other verbs. So, so past tense would be nur achurmi on leacher. When I sent the letter, nur achurmi. Okay. Okay. So that would be when I sent the letter. And so ahur, nur and then hur, sent. That is the statement form of the verb. And then right here, kach an dohuraku. Okay. Kach an dohuraku. Okay. So andohurak is the question form of the verb. So if I were to ask you a question, where did you live? I'd say Andoguraku. Okay, or did you live? I'd say Andoguraku. Okay, did you live Andoguraku on San Diego? Nudavao. Okay, okay. Did you live in San Diego when you were? You see, so this is the question form of the verb, and Nudahur mian leacher. Okay, okay. Or I could say, just show you how it's different. Nur Nuragurukmi, when I lived. Okay, Nuragurukmi, when I lived, when I dwelled, when I stayed in San Diego. Nuragurukmi. So note the difference. Nuragurukmi versus Kach Andoguruk, the question form. Okay? All right, so that's how the two doors play out in the past and the present tense. Now, of course, there is no present tense verb in Gaelic, and so to use the present tense, we'd say kachivel udafurach. Okay, you'd have to use the verbal noun. All right. Okay. Okay. Now, to go on, so this feature applies to all verbs, like I've just talked about, and all tenses. Okay, and not just the verb be that we talked about last week. Okay, and so tonight we're going to take a look at how regular verbs are treated, and uh, and next week we'll take a look at irregular verbs and how those go through the two doors. Okay, but I thought it'd be easiest for us to deal with regular verbs and see how those are treated, and then deal with the irregular. Okay. All right, so the treatment of the regular verbs is very easy. Okay, so that's good news. Okay, it's not complicated. It's complicated to remember this. Okay, that we have to treat this as being different. I mean, like, and nudavismi, you know, nudavismi fatalach, when I am late, nudavismi fatalach. So I have to learn to remember that that future relative of this. Okay, but other than that, so you have to remember to use it. But once you can remember that, it's very simple. And with the regular verbs, and remember in Gaelic, almost every verb except 10 are regular. Is regular. Every verb is regular. Okay. All right. So, and the pattern or the rule is very simple. Okay, lenition. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So, okay. Uh, root verb plus nope, as. Okay. Root verb lenited. I'll put Lenited root verb plus as or eas, depending on on whether the vowel is slender or broad. Okay, so a couple of
Could you make,
examples.
sorry,
Huh?
could you make it a little bit larger, please?
Oh yeah, sure.
I'm having
Go
to squint. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
ahead. Okay, squint. Okay, there we go. I don't want to give you squint lines.
Yeah, I'm making all these evil faces at the camera.
Yeah, make an evil face. Yeah. Well, perfectly appropriate for Samhain. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So here we go. So the rule is you'll unite the root verb and add an as or an eas. Okay. So depending. Okay. So example, kur, the root verb to send or to put, becomes kuras. Okay. Lenited and then an eas because we have a slender vowel, okay? O, the root verb to drink, logolus. And so note how we lenite a vowel verb, a vowel word, a dh, and then so the dh works as the lenition, okay? So we have the dh and then the as. And it's the as because we have a broad vowel here. Okay, so it's a short word, so I've got almost every letter highlighted. Okay, so golas, okay, nuragolas me, okay, when I drink, okay, nuracholis me, when I send, when I put, okay, Shane, okay, so a hanish, so we have lenited, and then we have a slender vowel, and then an eas. Okay, nurachanish me. Okay, very simple rule. Okay, so this is for the relative future. Okay, so he gave me on leacher a chudders 2 ounce of fost. I will get the letter. Yeah, he gave me on leacher. I will get a chudders 2 that you will mail, that you will put in the post. Okay, so now in English, we would probably use the present tense. I will get the letter that you put in the post, but we mean will put, or will mail. Okay, because that's what is meant. Because we're talking about the future. You haven't mailed it yet. Okay, but I'm telling you that I'll get it uh, 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 when you put it in the post. When you put it, okay. Chavi ushkebea aun, magholase ahularut. Chavi ushkebea aun, there won't be any whiskey. Magholase ahularut. If he drinks the whole thing, if he drinks everything, if he will drink, magholase. Okay, so, all right, so that's, so that's how we use it. There will not be any whiskey if he drinks everything. Okay. Heichin Yanacheli. Okay, we will go to the Kaylee Nudahanishi. Okay, we will go to the Kaylee when she sings, when she will sing. Okay, okay. Or, so, and of course, as we've as we know, this could be the habitual. We always go to the Kaylee when she sings because she's a beautiful singer. We really enjoy listening to her sing. Okay, so, we will go to the Kaylee when she sings, or we go to the Kaylee. And, so keep in mind, put the habitual into the present. We go to the Kaylee when she sings. Okay, so, as in we always go to the Kaylee. So in Gaelic, we'd use the future tense. Okay, all right, okay. All right. So, and the first door verb is accessed via the same trigger words we learned in class 7. That's last week. Okay. So, Shane, Shaney. Okay. Or I'll just put the future because this is not relative. This is the independent. Shaney Haley. Okay. So these are the triggers. Okay. Rui Ruyas. Okay, so the independent future is different from the relative future. I just put that there because that's the category, okay, that it's in. Aruyas. Kimmer aruyas to anseveraton. Okay. When will you run in the marathon? Okay, well, no, how will you run? Yeah. How will you run? You big fat couch potato. How are you gonna run the marathon? Okay, all right. So kimera aruyas to on severitan. Okay, kluchis. Okay, kluch, and we'll go with nur. Okay, nur a chluchis and clown on sefark be it tolacha. Nur a chluchis. When the children play in the park, nur a chluchis and clown. Okay, they're happy. Okay, kun. Okay, and the root verb would be skrive and skrivus. Kuna skrivus an lor echa. When will he write his book? Kuna skrivus. Okay, kun. Okay, or carson. Why? Furich is the root verb that we're playing with here. Guricus. Corsana guricus too. Anatai ostachol rapach. Okay, and I don't want that all red. I just want to highlight Carsana guricus too. Carsana guricus. Okay, aguricus. Okay. Why will you stay in a hotel that's so rapach, slovenly? Okay. Such a dump. Okay, okay. All right. Mar, okay. An ol and a golus. Ole a kus, maragolase anconi. Uh, he will drink kus too much, as he always drinks. Okay, he always drinks too much. Okay, maragolase, as he drinks, as he will drink, as he does drink. Okay, that's the habitual future. Okay, golus. Okay, J. Now note that these trigger words, these connectives, don't take the a after them. Okay, Maragolus, Carson, Aguricus, Kun, Ascrivus, Nur, Achluchus. These don't take the a because of the what rule?
The two vowels.
Yeah, the two vowel rule. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. So so J doesn't exist. And even when we have we'll see below we have kacha, and very often we contract the kacha to just kach. Okay, anyway, so J smunich would be the verb we're working with. Smunichus. J smunichus iet moyen. What will they think about that? J smunichus. Okay. Brian. Okay. Havi fis ek andunia avrianus ana as arstia. Okay, so avrianus, who? So this would be who or that. Okay. Would it help if I put in a little column that or just wrote what these triggers are?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Insert columns to the right. Okay. All right. Okay. So nothing there. And then how, when, kun, when. Okay. That's the question. That's the relative. Okay. 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 Say, Carson would be Kimmer, why? Okay. Okay. Where are we? Okay. As, okay, J, what? who, that, ma, if, and ko,
Where?
well, yeah, who or where, question. Okay. It's the question form. And yeah, right here. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. Who or where, the question form. Okay. Kohashin, who is there? Or Koasahau, where are you from? So ko can mean who or where, but it triggers a question. Um, this who is relative, like the man who, who knows. Andunya, uh, 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 let's see, well, the man who speaks, Andunya of Hurianus, okay? All right, okay. All right, so, okay, all right, okay. Yeah,
Can I ask a quick question?
yeah.
I'm stuck on to sing. I thought we were supposed to do Hainish or heinous. And
Okay, yeah,
now I see Haney.
yeah,
So
okay.
what
Yeah.
happened there? Why?
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you. I could delete this line. This is the straight independent.
Everything in that column is straight.
No, just in this row. Shane. So I can just take this out.
Oh, okay. So that was not following the rule because it was straight future, not relative
That's right, straight future. Yeah.
Okay, but
Okay.
everything below it was relative future.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yes?
now
Okay.
everything is relative. Everything you see on the screen now is relative.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and I put that in there to give you a reference, but I see how it could have been confusing. So yeah. So anyway, so everything now is relative. Okay. And the Shaney is the straight future, the unrelative future. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. And a little note: the triggers that end with a vowel don't take the particle a, and those are the ones
Mm-hmm.
with. Some letter combinations cannot be lenited, such as rui, smunich, etc. Okay, so you can't say hunichus. Okay. Let's see. And verbs that begin with a vowel or an F vowel are lenited with a DH or DH apostrophe F. Okay. Or DH apostrophe FH. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As in Golus or Guricus. Okay. Okay. So that's how you lenite those. Okay. All right. Okay. So just a couple little notes there. Okay. Otherwise, this is relatively easy. Okay. And you'll find the second door perhaps even easier because you don't do anything with the root verb. Okay. So question. Okay. So you just use the root verb for the second door. And of course, the trigger are these right here, these words right here. These are the trigger words. Okay. All right. So on Shani Ekakeli, will she sing at the Kaylee? On Shani. Okay. That's the root. Rui. Kach a rui u anseveraton. Okay. Where will you run in the marathon? Okay. Kacharuiu, where will run you? Where will you run? Okay. Kluch, be it a furich for a kluch it. They will stay where they will play, where they're playing or where they play. And one of the differences, as I discussed above, in translating it to English, because in English we would use the what appears to be the present tense, okay, though we mean the future, okay. They, they'll stay, they will stay, where actually we'd say something like they'll stay where they're playing. I mean, so if they're, so if the team is going away for an away, something like that. Okay. Anyway, so gu gun gum skrive, hushte gun skrive a lore. Okay, that he will write a book. He said that he will write a book, and skrive, but note it's the same word as the root. It's the same form as the root. Gus oprich. Ba on shin, gus oprich a hula root. He will be there until he will do, or until he will do all the work. Okay? Do all the work. Gus oprich. Gus oprich. It's the same as the root. Okay? Musmunyich. Ba gayenef, musmunyich. He will do it before he thinks, before he will think. Okay, musmunyake. Okay, so note that in Gaelic, well, in English, we switch. I'm saying it repeatedly because I don't know, because I'm obsessive compulsive. I don't know, but I just want us to remember not to be confused by the shift in verb tense in English. In Gaelic, you actually, in a way, Gaelic's more logical because you're talking about the future tense, so you stay in the future tense. You don't shift to some present tense. Okay, so mura, if not. Okay, oh, and I'll do the same thing here because you told me that would be helpful. Let's see, rows to the right. Okay, no, not there. All right. Insert column to the left. Yeah, okay. Question. Okay. Okay. Trigger. Okay. So there's no trigger there, but that of course is where, and that's where relative. This where is question. Okay. Let's see. This is that. Gus until mus before mura would be if not, and just not, just a negative, and hachan would be not. Okay, as well. Okay, so okay, murabrienu hanaihiet jeho amachus aharu. Okay, if you don't speak, murabrian. If not, speak you, hanaich, they will not see. So here we have the future, okay, and this is an irregular verb, so it doesn't belong in this lesson per se, but it's irregular, and we'll get to that next week, okay? They won't see how foolish you are. Nach downse guelenta. It doesn't he dance? Doesn't he or won't he dance elegantly? Okay, or hakoshik e yevila, hakoshik e yavila. Okay, he won't walk half a mile. Hakoshik. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah.
So why is the verb to speak not just used as the root in the in the relative future?
Pretty nice. Yeah.
Brian? Yeah.
Okay, go one column to the left.
Why
is that like
yeah.
that?
Oh, okay. Oh, no, that's a mistake.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for catching that. That's Brian.
Okay.
Brian.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to see rules being
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Okay.
With a Brianu. Yeah. Yeah.
Brian.
Not
Brian.
Vrianus. Yeah. Not Vrianus. Vrianus would go in door one. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. A Brian would be in door two. Okay. Brian.
Okay. Everyone's following the rule now.
Yeah, everybody's following the rule. Everybody in line. Okay. All right.
All right.
Very good. Okay. And then
Thank you.
two different words that mean nach, nach, or that mean not. Okay.
Mhm.
Nach, of course, begins a question or an exclamation, like nach danse goelente. Okay. And ha would just be a straight statement, a straight negative statement. Okay. All right. Okay. So door 2 with these triggers are very easy. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. And then exercise. Okay. So we have the exercises, and I put these here in text form, but I do have a a um a whatchamacallit, a PowerPoint, and I'll save it as a PDF and I'll send it along after the lesson. But I have a flashcard form for you. So hold on one second. Let me. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. What is this, the right one? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So let me just check one other thing. Make sure I have. Oh. No. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. So we'll just go with this. All right. Okay. So how would you do? Okay. Number 1. Kimera
Heinous.
Hamish.
heinous.
Heinous.
Okay. Heinous. And then Kimera
Dunius.
Dunas.
Dunas. Dunas. Lave. Kimera
Boss.
Kimera Davis. Okay. Yeah. So you see, so these are real easy. Falaf Nura
Balvas.
Galavas. Galavas.
Gala. Galvas.
Galavas. Galavas.
Galvas. Okay.
Galavas. The DH, the open throat guttural. Okay. Kaunich. Nura
Kaunic.
Chinakias.
Kaunicus. Kaunicus.
Kaunicus.
Okay. Glan. Nur
Glanus.
Lanus.
Nur Glanus iet antala. Toshki andounsa, when they will clean the hall, the dance will begin. Shock, kuna,
Scrivigus.
Ivas.
scrivus,
Oh.
scrivusu on leecher, yeah.
Scrivus. Okay.
Scrivus, yeah, okay, clever. Okay. And then let me see, this is just a little bit, let me maybe make this a little bit smaller so it all fits in the page. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's see, where are we? Glanus, okay. Kuna, okay, kuna, scrive,
Scrivus.
scrivus to uon leecher, okay. Kun,
Cluchus.
Cluchus.
Huicas,
Chluchas.
Mm.
Chluchas. Kuna
Hoshicas,
Cosigats.
Koshicus. Corsana
Oh, brachias.
Opricus.
Okay.
Opricus. Gopricus. Gopricus. Gopricus.
Gopher,
Gopricus. Okay,
Gopercus.
there we go. So let me just expand these. There we go. Karsana
Levas.
Yevas,
Ayevis. Okay. Let's see. What did I have here? Oh, Karsana
Junius.
Dunis. Dunius.
Junius.
Dunius. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. Numbers got mixed up. Okay. Okay. Mara. Okay. Maybe that goes down there. I'm not sure what happened there. Anyway, so we'll go to 14. Okay. All right. Mara.
Claudius.
Bavas.
Golfas,
Galvis. Uh,
And
yeah.
Henas. Henas.
And well, Shaney.
Anias.
Shaney. You see, because this transfers to the shifts to not the relative future, but the absolute future. Shaney. Shaney Shingius. Okay. Okay. Mara.
Cosias.
Hoshicas,
Koshicus. Koshicus. Okay. J shouldn't be should be J. Okay. J Heinrich
Jehanish,
Echenosluch. Okay. Okay. At the opening. J
Hinicus,
Hinigas.
Counicus. Counicus.
Counicus,
Counicus. Jan Cayley at the Cayley. J
Glanus,
Glanus. Okay. On Toran,
Heinous,
Hinias.
Hainish noch, Shin on Toran, and
Haney, Arish,
I hain, a Hainish Arish. That's
oh,
your
you do
thing.
it twice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So that's the trigger. Okay. All right. Okay. On Sgeulachd,
Levas.
Davis.
Davis,
Okay. Okay. Korsht would be, and this goes to the regular
Horshas.
Korsti. This goes to the regular future. Okay. It will please you. Okay. All right. Bleva. All right. Okay. So let's go to, and you have answer keys. Okay. When I send it out to you. Okay. All right. So let's try these. Okay. Let me go here. All right. Okay. Door 2 triggers. Okay. Okay. So here we're asking a question. Will she sing at the Kaylee?
On Shane E.
On Shaney Ekakaylee. Very good. Okay. Um, will you read the last piece?
On Lave.
on lay,
Yeah, on Lave. Okay. Okay. Will you close the door on an unya in time?
On Union.
Dune.
on
Yeah.
dune,
Yeah, on Dune. Yeah. Okay. And here, where will we leave after work, after the work?
Catch a
Kacha,
Follow.
Wow.
Catch a
Uh-huh.
follow.
Kacha Falaf. Okay, yeah. Uh, 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 and here, uh, where they walk, uh, they will sing also. Okay, so this will go,
Kosik.
yeah, Varakoshikiat, and then Shani. Okay, Hirst e gun, she will work. Gun opraki jasarnia. See, so these are door two triggers, and so all you have to do is remember it just the verb itself, just the root verb. Okay, Furik gusan
Gusan lave.
and gusan levi it anravak. Okay, okay. Wait until they read the warning. Okay, mus
Must do
Din.
dunyu on
unyek.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
Possible Honduras.
Yeah, Fosco Honduras. Before you on close the window, open the door. All right, okay. All right, okay. Oh, all right, so let's try another set. Okay. All right, so Mur, if he doesn't work,
Mur
Ovrak.
Oprich.
Oprich, no, Mur Oprich, okay. And if you don't walk quickly,
Murakosif.
Murkosh.
Iet, not you, but Iet. Okay, Galu. If they don't walk quickly, they will lose. They will lose the bus. They'll miss the bus. Okay. Uh, 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 won't we sing two songs? Nach
Nach
Shane.
Shane. Shin.
Bin
Da Òran.
Òran.
Òran. Won't you read that out? Won't you read
Nach
that out?
Lave.
Nach Leva.
Slave, who shinamach.
Sinamach.
Uh, uh, he doesn't, I don't know if that makes sense. He doesn't uh, uh, close me yet. Okay. Hadun me a house. Oh, I will not close. I won't close it. Okay.
Hadun.
Hadun. Yeah. In any case, Hadun. Okay. Uh, Falaf.
Hafalachin.
Falafshin Uron Esker. We won't leave before evening. Kacha
Hachakianach.
Akaunach yet in the
Akaunach.
chicken. Okay, where will they buy the tickets? Faran
Quan.
Glanshin.
Shin Antala. Where we will clean the hall. Ba Bria. And so there we go to the statement form. Okay. Hirstiet
Gushane.
Shane Iet Ekentokratus. Okay, Ekentokratus by accident. I don't know if you sing by accident. Okay, Gleva. Okay, all right. So, okay, and there you have the answer keys as well. And then set three, and then you can do set three on your own because time's moving on. But set three is mix and match, and I will yeah, and I'll clean up the whatchamacallit, the formatting here, but you won't have so you have a bunch of mix and matches. You have 50 mix and matches, and there you'll have to figure out yourself whether it's whether it's door one or door two. Okay, all right. By the trigger word. Okay, so so the first two sets, and of course you're free to go back over the first two sets, and I'll and of course I'll send those to you. But in set three, you have to figure out for yourself which is the appropriate form, door one or door two. Okay. Okay. Any questions? All right. Okay, Leva. Okay. So what I want to do now is I want to if I can get this to come up. I'm having trouble getting my oh, okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So a couple of you might have seen this before, and Tim Tim, who is at the Samhain celebration, might know all of this. So anyway, but uh, please, if this is repetitive, please bear with me. But I want to talk a little bit about the Gaelic Halloween on Samhain, okay, Samhain, okay, which is kind of fun. Gets us into a little bit of Gaelic lore, culture and lore, folklore. All right, okay, so let's go. I'm going to share, and all right, the original Halloween, okay. All right, on Samhain, okay. All right. Okay. So, uh, officially, the first day of winter in Samhain was um, kind of a harvest festival in ancient times. Welcomed winter because remember, in ancient times, for the ancient Gaels, there were only really two seasons. Okay. The dark season and the light season. Summer and winter. Okay. So, um, and um, and the ancient Celts and the Gaels um, uh, celebrated liminal times of the years. That's when barriers between the physical and the spirit world broke down, and it allowed a connection with the other world. Okay? So, uh, so not only was it a seasonal celebration, but also it mixed in with the spiritual concept of the spiritual. Okay. Um, some Neolithic Stone Age structures, passage tombs, are aligned with sunrise at the time of Samhain. Uh, and at this time, it was seen that ancient burial mounds, which were seen as portals to the other world, were opened. So Samhain was a liminal or threshold festival. Okay. The boundary between this world and the other world thinned, meaning the Oshi, the spirits or fairies, could more easily come into our world. Okay. And it's also a time when cattle were brought down. So it's a very practical period of time. Cattle were brought down from the summer pastures, livestock were slaughtered, and things were prepared for winter. The Seachdain, the fairies, were appeased with offerings of food and drink. Okay, so people would set out food and drink, and even throughout the year, very often milkmaids out in the fields would set aside a little bowl of milk that they milked from the cows for the fairies, and just so the fairies would wouldn't bother the cows themselves. Sometimes the souls of the dead were thought to revisit uh, their whole former homes. Sometimes a place was set at the table for a Samhain meal. So if Grandpa wants to come back and have dinner with the family, there's your place. And we'll get into mumming and guising. Okay, uh, customs that have carried over into the modern era. Okay. Sometimes special bonfires were lit. They had protective and cleansing powers, and so you have a number of different symbologies working here. Of of course, the fires being the last fires of summer, and um, uh, uh, sometimes people would build bonfires on hills, or different houses in a village would build different bonfires, sort of like on Fourth of July in America. Different families on a block might have their own fireworks and kind of compete with each other to see who has the best fireworks. Okay, sometimes whole districts were alight with bonfires. Some people speculate that in really ancient times, deities were involved, a fire god of some sort, perhaps Baal, a name from the Bible, though not necessarily that particular name. But of course, that name does appear when we have the celebration of Beltane. Okay, some people say Beltane, as derived from Baal Chena, the fire of Baal. Okay, okay. Some people say psychologically it was sort of a defiance of the season of darkness that was settling upon the land. Villages would have ceilidhs and games. There'd be fortune telling, and a lot of the fortune telling amongst the young people, I mean, say the teenagers, okay, revolved around who they're going to marry, who going to be, what a future husband or wife going to be, and have various games that would tell the name or the trade, that is the occupation, the color of their hair, how wealthy they would be, whether they'd leave the village or go live someplace else. Sometimes a shoe could be tossed over a shoulder, and what direction the toe pointed might indicate what, who the toe was pointing at as a possible mate, or what direction the person would go to live. Okay. The white of eggs were dropped into water, might tell how many children would be had. Um, Blind men's bluff type of game, names written on a chimney, and then people would stumble to the chimney and put their hand, and so that name was supposed to be a future marriage partner or something like that. Um, a dish of milk and meal, a furuk, a ring was put in it, and then spoons were passed out, and everybody attacked the bowl of meal and trying to find this ring. Okay, and the ring would be a big prize. Okay. Sometimes an apple was cut into 9 pieces. 8 pieces would be eaten, and then the last piece would be thrown over the shoulder, and an image of a future spouse seen in a mirror. Okay, so you'd see this magical vision of your future spouse in the mirror. So a lot of emphasis on who they're going to marry. Okay, because that was, of course, a major event in a person's life. Okay, all right. So there's sometimes a unmarried woman would take a ball of thread to a kiln, that is where they bake pottery, and uh, uh, and uh, uh, and she would call out, "Kosho, hias count maropen." Okay, who's down there at the end of my little rope? Okay, so that was a way to, again, to tell, so magically, a name would have to come up, to get an echo of some sort. Uh, and there's a story about one village trickster who hid behind the kiln and called out, "Hamisha and Jevin, it is I, the devil." Okay, and that girl never played the game again. Okay, so anyway, um, uh, so sometimes girls would go down to the river or a stream and for an alt kricha, okay, for a heartstone, okay, and in the incantation, Tokimi chlach, I lift a stone, Varmahoch mora gavach, as did Mary for her son, okay. If rear vuius nerst, in spirit and virtue and in strength. Gunroach chlach some horn, that would be the stone in my hand, gusan ruchmi mochaunuya, till I reach my end or my goal, okay, my destination. And then the stones put below the head when going to sleep. And of course, you're supposed to have dreams about, about the future. Okay, so this incantation of the magic stone, and then they put the stone under your pillow, and okay. Samhain featured in many ancient sagas. Okay, there's Samhain tell about the people of Nemid, one of the earliest settlers of Ireland, had to sacrifice their children to the monstrous Fomorians. The Fomorians were invaders, giant invaders, monsters who terrorized the people of Ireland. And So that was a terrible sacrifice that had to be made. Okay. Uh, there's the Adventures of Nera, Echraneri. Okay. Neri um, was a hero who ventured into the hall of the fairies, and and he brings the news back to the king that the fairies are going to attack, and so the king and Nera are able to raise an army and defeat the invading army of fairies. But all this happened around Samhain, because of course Samhain opened up the door between this world and the other world. Another Samhain tale from the boyhood deeds of Fian. Okay, the fire breather emerged from the other world and attacked the palace of Tara, the home of the ancient kings of Ireland, and finally Fian defeats the fire breather and saves Tara. And of course, all this happened around Samhain. So Samhain was figured in tales and celebrations and also stories. Okay. Another tale: there were female werewolves that emerged from the cave of Cruachan, and they raided the livestock. And then when a magic harp was played, a warrior, Calcha Macronan, slays them with the spear. And so they take on human form and they aren't magic wolves anymore. And so he kills them and saves the livestock. Okay. And this passed over into the English speaking world of the Scots. Okay. There's the famous poem of Tam O'Shanter by Robert Burns of Tam ventures out one Samhain Eve after having gotten drunk at the pub. Okay. Inspiring bold John Barleycorn, what dangers thou canst make us scorn, with tuppenny we fear no evil, with Ushgabea we face the devil. And then, oh, Tam saw an uncouth sight. He saw, terrible sight. Okay, all right. Anyway, so, so Tam encounters the devil on Samhain. In modern times, okay, the biggest Scottish Halloween tradition is guising, known as or we would say disguising. So, like children put on costumes and they go around to houses and ask for treats. And they would dress their children up in scary disguises, traditionally to protect them from the evil spirits and the Oshi, the fairies. Okay, so this would be protection against the fairies. Fairies wouldn't kidnap them because they're these horrible looking creatures. And one interesting contrast. Now, a trick of comparing cultures is to look at what is different and what is the same. So, what is the same in Scottish and American customs, and certainly the Halloween custom of trick or treating was, I would say, was brought over to America, by the Brits, by the Scots and the Brits. But an interesting contrast is in America, trick or treat is like a mafioso threat. Like, nice house you have, be ashamed if something happened to it, so you'd better give me some candy, right? It's a threat. In Scotland, there's another tradition. The children put on their costumes, and then when they go to a house, they perform a song, a joke, or a poem in exchange for treats. And
Yeah, I talked to somebody Saturday, and she said in the Midwest they do that.
Oh,
They,
really?
yeah,
Okay.
I was so surprised. She said people don't believe her, so there must have been a community of either Scots or Irish in their town, but they had to
Yeah,
do
right.
that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was so surprised.
Oh, very interesting. Very interesting that custom has carried over. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, very good. Okay, thank you, Tim. Yeah, yeah, that's great. Uh, and so okay. So anyway, but that's uh, uh, but that's a difference. And as Tim said, in some places in the U.S., the Scottish tradition of of giving something in return for the sweeties holds true. Okay. All right. Okay. And today the festival continues with a modern slant, as we saw in the news report. The Samhain Fire Festival showcases the transition from from summer to winter with performance and fire. Okay. And how different aspects of life can change during the different seasons. Because certainly, and especially hundreds of years ago, even 100 years ago, when most people lived in the countryside, uh, and away from the protected environment of the city, life changed considerably from the warm months to the winter months. The cold months. It was as if one lived in an entirely different world. All right. Okay. Anyway. All right. All right. Stop share for a moment. Okay. All right. Pleva. Okay. Any other comments? And thank you so much for mentioning that, Tim. That's fascinating information. Okay. So anyway, any other questions or comments? uh, there we have a sow and cat. Okay. 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 All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So what do we got for our song? We have a great song for us tonight. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Oh, I have a page. We have a page to read from Trimuk and Becca. Let's try that. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. So here's our page. Okay. All right. Okay. So who wants to read the first sentence? Right here.
I'll do it.
Okay.
You have to help me with the first word, though.
Okay. Smunich.
Spúniach
Uh-huh.
Sran Chanilmi ag ir
Agiri. Uh-huh.
iri a bith ag opa fad an latha agus
Uh-huh.
o dún
Chogune.
dúne bid mi a togol an tai akam le
Conlach. Uh-huh. Conlach.
agus hog I an tai ag an un unya
Unya Gurich. Unya Gurich.
Urich.
Uh-huh. Okay. Leva. Okay. Can you translate that?
Let's see.
Smunich would be he thought.
He thought
Stround.
strong thought like eerie.
Chanyamiyagiri.
Doesn't want wanting. Doesn't want.
Yeah, I don't want. Okay.
I don't want food.
Uh-huh. I don't want to be working
Working
all
for
day.
all day. Uh-huh.
day. And
August Kohun, that's a way of saying he decided.
he
Kohun.
decided
Okay. Mhm.
he would build his house.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Konlach.
The straw.
Straw with straw.
Yeah. And his house.
Okay. Uh-huh. Hoki on tie.
His house.
Yeah. He
in
built
the-
his house on an Unyagurich
A short time.
Later.
in a
Yeah.
short time. Very good. Okay. All right. Okay. Somebody want to pick up here?
Okay. August va strawn hol polishja. Shane shoentai akamsa. Hokmiantai an unla. Tai ho ma eran xiao u. Hosnaka riv veil u.
Uh-huh. Okay, very good. Okay.
And Stroud was so happy. He sang, "Here is my house." I forget what Hulk
He's
means.
built. He's gonna build it.
Built, uh-huh.
Okay, I built my house in one day. My house is so good. You look at it.
Yeah, yeah. Taihoma Erehelu, that you've ever looked at.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So nice again.
Oh, ever.
Oh, okay.
Ever
As
avail
so nice as ever. I don't know that word. Male.
enjoyed.
Oh.
You know, like Meldoniac.
Meldoniac. Oh, okay.
Meldoniac. Uh-huh.
Value. A value. That ever pleased you.
Yeah, yeah, very good. Okay, all right, Leva. Okay, so that's okay, so what do we got now? Okay, it's okay, so where are oops. Trying to we got oh, oh, I had the questions here someplace. I've lost the questions. Where'd they go? Okay. Oh, I guess okay. No, I guess I lost the questions. Okay, anyway. All right. Well, that's good. That's good.
Just
Okay.
one page?
Huh?
Just one page of
It's getting late.
Yeah,
Seachdain?
yeah. Because we had a lot of. Oh, okay.
There's another
Oh
one.
no. Yeah. No, that's from
Another day.
last week. Yeah, that's from last week. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we just have a one-page story this week. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, okay. Somehow it got pushed in here. Okay. All right. So let me. All right. Okay. Okay. So here we have the vocabulary smunich, thought.
Smoonie.
And so note the past tense is the same as the root because you can't lenite it. Chogun, to decide, decided. Konlach, straw. A rieth, ever. Shall air, look at. Okay. And vel, enjoyed, root mel, like meldoniac. Okay. All right. So, somebody want to take question one? Somebody else take question one?
I will.
Okay.
Roshan, Gary, Yabe, Fadan, La, and it's Viva. Because he did want to make it in one day.
Okay. All right. Okay. Keshtiga. Question two.
Hook a and tie eka le a conlock.
Konlach. Aha. Yeah, he made his house with konlach, with straw. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Bleva. All right. Okay. All righty. Okay. All right. So now, okay. Hamiski abuin narani. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay. All right. So, all right. So, so love affairs between humans and fairies are common. Okay, songs about those, and very often it's it's the it's the human who is somehow on the outs, somehow betrayed or left or abandoned or something like this. But here we have a fairy who's singing about how badly he's been treated by the human girl. Okay, so anyway, so all right, so I'll make this a little bit bigger. All right, okay, so we go Hamiski is mi lumhin.
Amiski.
Is mi lumhin.
Milimkin.
Buin naranik. Buin
Buin
naranik.
Naranik.
Buin naranik.
Buin
Cutting the bracken. And the bracken is kind of like ferns, a very rough fern that in old days people would cut and they'd burn to make ashes for fertilizer and to thatch their roofs. But in modern days, it doesn't have that. People use modern fertilizer and no longer thatch their roofs, and so it's kind of a nuisance. But farmers have to get out where it's growing and just cut it from the fields. But this fairy was Hamiskis mi lumhin buin naranich donen. Buin naranich donen. Forever cutting the bracken. Donen, forever. Okay. Constantly cutting the bracken. Okay. Okay. Istrikva mihin is molenin.
Three.
Strikava mi hin smolenin.
Lenin, okay. Often my love and I, mihin, myself, and my Molenin, my love, okay. Ounce Lenin Cheor.
Ounce
Okay,
Clement.
Cheor. In the misty glens. Geistig kosher veen andura.
Geestrik
Ocean
Venedure.
Andura. Listening to the sweet choir of the grove, of the small forest grove. Okay, bean, great word, bean. It means sweet, but only in terms of music. Okay, Shane Sequoia Goyle.
Shane Sequoia Gore.
Goyle. Okay, singing in the corpulent forest, in the deep forest. Okay. Oh, nam fechen nam fechen uachian.
Onam Fekin Uachin.
Uachian. If I saw you coming, if I were to see you coming, ruin gol nachol.
Ruin Gol
Nachol. I would run to meet you. Would run. Ruin. We haven't gotten to that
Ruin.
form yet. Ruin. I would run. Ach merchiku ancho gamhirich.
Akmuchiku
Ruin show gamhirich.
Shogam Shirak.
Gamhirik. And
Oh.
if you would not, and if you don't come on show here to search for me, to find me, Kimra Hiliskokas.
Kimra Hillis
Stokas. Okay.
Dokas.
How will Kimra Hillis? So there we have our relative future, right? How will love return? Okay. Kimra Hiliskokas. Cool and Tolman, Brian Tolman.
Kulan
Brian
Tolman.
Tolman, okay. The back of, but behind the knoll, the hill, and knoll is like a little hill. Brian Tolman, the top of the knoll. Kulan Tolman, Voyech.
Kulan Tolman Voyef.
Voyech, the behind the lovely knoll, Voyech. Kulan Tolman, Brian Tolman, Ahulala Gum Namunar.
Kulan Tolman Brian Tolman.
Tolman.
Okay, Nam
Kulala Nam Uner.
Uner, yeah. And they're related, of course, to Un. Okay, Nam Uner, all by myself, all by my lonesome. Okay. Is Boch nach Romi let Arish.
Bokna Rome Arish.
Letterish.
Bad, yeah. Is sad. Okay, sad, probably better. Is Boch, yes. Is Boch is sad. I'm not with you again. Sheena via Kilvor.
Sheena
Tina
Viet
Viet Kilmore.
Okay, we would be great music. We would make great music. Okay. Rach and let gekul na krunya.
Rockin'
Rockin'
that
let
cool na
Krunya.
Krunya. I would go with you to the end of the world. Okay, the other side of the world. Ervar tunya sholach.
Ervar
Tunya
Tunya
Sholach.
Sholach.
Sailing on top of waves. Ervar on the top of waves sailing. Okay. Ounce on Sheehan.
Anson Sheehan.
Sheehan.
Ogerskimi.
Ogerskimi.
Ogoskimi.
Uh-huh. It's on the ferry knoll, okay, on the ferry hill. It is tired that I am. Istrich mochria galionach.
Istrik
Shriek
Mokria
Mokrina Galiona.
Yola.
And often my heart is wounded. Nudavis kach ashain nan lunach.
Nudavis
Nudavis
Kach
Nakana
Ashain Nun Lunik.
When others sing their songs, ashain nan lunach, okay? Hajen mish akronen.
Hajen Mish
Hajanmisha
Akrona.
Kronan.
It will do nothing but drone. Maybe lament would be a better word. Lament, cronin, making cronin. Okay, yeah,
Like whining.
whining, wailing, but not whining in the
Not
sense.
cry though.
Yeah, but wailing from sadness, like
Moaning.
moaning. Yeah, okay, moaning. Yeah, very good. Moaning. Okay. Very good. Moaning. Okay. Moaning. All right. Okay. All right. Uh our ski buin naranic. Okay, so our poor little fairy. Okay. And let me stop the share and then make sure I have the sound on. Share sound. Okay. And let's see then. All right. Okay. What do we got?
Amiskis milum hin buoinarani.
Now you can hear this, right?
Yeah, we can hear.
Yes.
Oh, very good.
Buoinarani. Amiskis milum hin buoinarani dönan. Strike va mi hin smullen ounce glaunen hjauher. Geestjocht kosher vin an deure. Scheinse chilje jovel. Amiskis milum hin buoinarani. Amiskis milum hin buoinarani bönan. Honam feichen nu a chien ruien hol nat hoal. Ach merchid goon shogam here kimmer hillis doches. Amiskis milum hin buoinarani. Amiskis milum hin buoinarani bönan. Coolan tom mein Brian tom mein coolan tom mein voyach. Coolan tom mein Brian tom mein hulle wana moner. Amiskis milum hin buoinarani. Amiskis milum hin buoinarani dönan. Spoch nach Romi lattericht. Shinner wie kjover, rachin lat gut cool na krunje vartunje sjoleg. Hamiskis milum hin, buoinarani. Hamiskis milum hin, buoinarani dönan. Hansan sheehan ogerskimi, strik mo frigaljonig. Nur vies kache scheinen lunjag, chadjian mishach kronan. Hamiskis milum hin, buoinarani. Hamiskis milum hin, buoinarani dönan.
All right. All right. So that's our sad, our sad fairy, okay, in celebration of Samhain. Okay. So
I have to
anyway,
show you my jack-o'-lantern.
Oh wow.
He's made out of a turnip.
Good
tough.
job.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that was the original jack-o'-lantern.
Oh yeah.
The Scots would carve them out of turnips. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Gleba. Okay. So, any questions? Any issues? Any last requests? Okay. All right. All right. Well, Tapaleva Hula Dunya. Tapaleva. Okay.
Appelé.
Back in,
Cheery.
cheery. Happy
Cheery
Samhain.
Rasta.
Happy Samhain.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
let the fairies take you away.
Not
Hope to
scare
see
them.
you next week. Okay. All right. Aikaba.
Aikaba.
Aikaba. Aikaba.